Hey Dan, it is still Saturday, April 11th, and here's a little video about golf. I told you I was going to make one about some of my activities, and this one is particularly about golf. So I think I've told you that I've set up an impact bag in the garage before, maybe in the basement. So what an impact bag is essentially for me it's a army duffel bag filled with old Coleman lantern, the quilted sleeping bags. And then all I do is I work on my takeaway, my rotation, and then my making sure I stiffen up when I actually impact what would be the ball, or in this case, the bag. The other thing I do is you can see those white stripes there above my head. What I've done is I've just put pieces of tape on a tote. That way I can see where the top of my head is, so that when I impact, when I actually hit what would be the ball, the goal is you don't want to lift your head up. So this way I can actually look at the video and see where my head is and see if I'm actually lifting up at impact or if I'm staying down through impact. So looks like most of the time I'm lifting up. So that's one thing that I actually struggle with a lot, is that lifting up at impact. So I am, trying to work on that. So because the golf courses aren't open yet, this is really the only game. Oh,
One club.
So I try to do it with every club. So now this is the only really game in town. But what Mike and I have been doing is this is actually out at the technical college, and you can see the uprights in the back. In the background, those are rugby uprights. And then what I've done is, what Mike and I do is we start out like at the 20-yard line, and our goal is to hit a ball through the uprights above the bar, like a field goal. And then once we both do that, then we move back to the 30-yard line, and then we both keep hitting balls until we both get one through. Then we move back to the 40, so on and so forth, all the way back. And we're hitting only with pitching wedges, so the farther we get back, especially when we get back, 110 yards, it gets that much more difficult. One interesting thing is I never really realize exactly how bad my form is. Mike's got really good form. So you watch me swing, watch how high the club ends up here when I'm done swinging. So it kind of I stand up and the club, rather than Mike finishes, watch when Mike finishes, he finishes facing his target with his hands pretty low. And watch when I finish with my hands almost above my head. See that? Hands go way up. So something I'm trying to work on, but I don't even realize I do it until I see a video like this. So Mike and I have been going out just about every other day to do this, like when I'm not swimming. And yeah. So, like I said, none of the golf courses are open yet, which is fine. I mean, honestly, the weather next week is going to be, the highs are going to be in the mid 30s and the lows are going to be near 20, so it's not exactly golfing weather anyway. So we are, so this is really kind of the only practice we can get in right now. Trimpolo, which is the golf course across the river, tried to open up on Friday. Apparently they got busted by the governor of Wisconsin, who ordered them to shut down, followed by an order from the Trimpolo Health Department to stay closed. What they were going to do is they were going to have only 2 people per group, no carts, walking only, and they were going to actually pull the cup. There's a rigid cup inside of a golf hole. They were going to, which sits about half an inch or an inch below grade. They were actually going to pull it up about an inch above grade. So all you had to do was hit that cup, and then it would count as being in. That way you didn't have to actually pull the flagstick out. So, good idea, I guess, but did not come to fruition. So, yeah, I just cannot figure out how to look like Mike when I'm done. He's got so much better form, which is why he also hits it farther than I do. Um, um, yeah, so anyway, but both the impact bag and coming out here to the field has really helped me to work on my game. And yeah, so nice thing though, one nice thing is that the Bridges Golf Course, even though they're closed, have sent out a notice to all of the members, presumably the past members or whoever's on their mailing list, that the course is open for walkers. So we can actually go out and walk as long as we stay on the cart paths where possible, stay off the greens, and stay off the tee boxes. And we're even allowed to bring our dogs as long as we pick up the dog poop. So that's actually really cool. I mean, I love going out there and walking anyway. And Colleen and I went out a couple days ago, and then Colleen and Beth and I went out today. Um, and so other than that, I mean, I'm looking forward to being able to get out. I think that May 4th is the day that the governor, our governor, has in mind, which I'll actually talk about in my video tomorrow, about more about what our governor is doing. That address, I don't know if that was the state of the state that he gave that I sent to you, is just that was just a specific piece dealing with a specific thing. He's actually has talked about the plan for being able to open back up, general life. So just not in that speech. Excuse me. So I don't know how long this video goes on. I guess I'll keep talking. But otherwise, things are things are good here. Things at the store, the drive-through continues to operate at full capacity. The cafe closed, of course, and I'm making ends meet. Financially, I'm being able to pay rent, pay sales tax, and all that. The state has granted. Not only do you not have to pay April 20th sales tax, or was it March 20th, April, May? I think it was March 20th sales tax. They postponed till April. That's right. And now they said that April sales tax can be put off until May, which means March, April, and May sales taxes all due at the same time. I don't really see the point of that, because unless you are expecting a big wad of dough to come in, and maybe some people are, you're not going to have the money to be able to, to pay that in May. So why not just pay it as you go? Anyway, I'm sure it's different for everyone. Sir, hi. So anyway, so here we are out a couple days ago walking the dogs.
The dogs
It's actually really funny because this day we ended up with a massive snowstorm that lasted for about 10
leg
minutes,
up, or
and
4
then it
legs
stopped.
up, or
But
8
it was
legs
really
up,
blowsy,
as the case might be.
very cold.
I don't know if you saw the
So,
email from
anyway, I
Bridges
guess that's
Golf
my
staff
story.
saying that we're welcome
My
to
friend,
walk on the
I'm
course,
gonna
and
kill
even
this
with our dogs, as long as
picture,
we pick up
and
poop.
I'm sticking to it.
So that's what we're
Talk
doing.
to you soon.
Next best thing to golfing, I guess.